To a makeup tutorial. I want to show you how I do my day-to-day makeup at 11 o'clock at night because I have no life. So we're gonna do a quick video. We're gonna start out with some primer. Let me get my light together. We're gonna go in with Morphe. We're just gonna apply a very thin layer all over the face. You don't need very much. A little goes a long way. So you want to get that all over your face. So when you put your foundation on, your foundation just looks so professional. And you know, it doesn't cost a lot to have a flawless, famous, starstruck face. So once you get all that all over and it's totally wet on your face, you know you're good. So next we're gonna go in with, just dump our makeup out here. Next we're gonna go in with some Morphe foundation in the shade F2.20 Fluidity. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just apply a little bit on our foundation brush because a little bit always goes a long way. So once we get that onto the brush, we're just gonna do little spots wherever you see imperfection, which would be everywhere. So we're gonna go in with the foundation, very light. We don't need a very thick coat because, you know, it is affordable, Morphe, so we don't want to waste it because it doesn't cost much to look flawless. But we want to make sure that when we're getting our foundation on, that we're hiding all the natural. You wouldn't want anyone to see what's really under there. So once you get that very thin layer applied all the way down to your chest plate, once you get that all applied, and you just spread that out, once that's all on your face, make sure your lips are covered and all. Get that just real nice. Make sure there's no creasing going on here. To avoid the creasing, what I do is I go in with some baking powder. If you have some in the kitchen, you can use that also. It's all the same. You could buy some Morphe in shade Banana, or you could just use the baking soda in your baking powder in your kitchen. It's all the same, because you know. And we're just going to apply a very small thin layer of this onto our face. Anywhere you put foundation, that's where you want to apply the very thin layer of baking powder. Once your face starts to bake, I would leave it in the oven for a good 45 seconds. Once that you feel the heat, about 400 degrees Fahrenheit, you should be good to continue on with the very thin layers on your face. So next, we're gonna let this sit and I'll be right back. Okay, it's been 45 seconds. Next, we're gonna go in with some Morphe concealer in the shade Light, because we all need to lighten that dark foundation we just put on, which you don't need a very thick layer. Anywhere where you think you might have some imperfections, flaws, anything, that's where you want to put this. So we're just gonna go, it's nice to draw a circle under your eye here. See that? Just one circle. I like to draw the outline of the circle first. And then we're gonna go up here and just apply a very thin layer of concealer. We're gonna have to color this in. Very easy to stay in the lines once you've created your circle. Very thin layer of this. And you don't need very much because, let's be honest, nobody has that many flaws. We're all beautiful. So we're just gonna apply it anywhere where we think there might be an imperfection, okay? And it doesn't take much, I can promise you that, okay? So we just get that anywhere. All right, now that we got that on, what we're gonna do is we gotta blend it. Go back in with the same foundation brush and just kind of beat it into your skin. Beat, 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 beat. Just beat your face up. And if you come out with a black eye or a broken nose or anything of that nature, it'll heal. Don't worry about it. It's totally normal. Once you get all that blended, that very, very thin layer of concealer, it honestly, so we're going to continue beating our face up. Once you get all that blended in and looking natural, but make sure that none of your real face is showing, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to take some bronzer and we're just going to, you just want a very, very thin layer of bronzer. We're just going to highlight the cheek, the jawline, the forehead, the chin, the nose, and a little more down here. Then you just blend that in. Okay? Once you get that natural look from your bronzer, it should be all natural. And your nose should always look like this. And these products are very affordable, I'm telling you. And if you don't think you can afford it, there's always Afterpay. Next, we're gonna go in with, I like to use my bronzer as my eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna apply a very thin layer in the crease, like this, okay? Once that's on, we just knock it off and then blend, 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 blend. You don't need to use 10 different brushes to do this because what's the point? You know, I don't need 78 brushes to get through one makeup day. Just use the same 3 brushes. One for powder, one for eyes, one for concealer and foundation. And once you're done with that, if you see anything else that you don't like about yourself, you can always cover it up. So next we're going to go in with some blush, and we're going to use the same brush that we used for the bronzer and just put a very thin layer of your blush. And if you're like me, you have CoverGirl blush that you got in 7th grade, so it should still work just as good as if it was brand new. Okay, last but not least, we want to curl those eyelashes because we all know our eyelashes are not naturally curly unless you're blessed, and well, let's be honest, I wasn't with natural curly eyelashes. So what we're gonna go in next with is our eyeliner after we've curled our eyelashes. And we're just gonna apply a layer up there underneath our eyelid. Just a very thin layer is fine. Okay, we're gonna get the other side. And if it makes your eyes like, that's totally normal. It's because it's very affordable eyeliner. Okay? And then we're just gonna apply a line right here on our waterline. Very thin layer. My eyes don't like this, but I make them do it. Once you get that on, once your eyes adjust, because they will, especially if you're using CoverGirl, Maybelline, you're good. You're born for it. Born with it. Okay, next we're gonna go in with some lashes. And I just grab any ones that I can find. Here I found those. We're just gonna take our lash glue. Once I find it, I use the Duo with Aloe because it's very natural. What you're gonna do is you want to make sure that nobody knows that you're actually wearing them. You want them to look very natural. So you want to put a thin layer of mascara on, the same circumstances as my blush. I've had this since 7th grade also, so it still works, because if we want to look beautiful, we're gonna have to definitely make sure that we're buying the most expensive makeup, even if we have to use Afterpay, right? Am I right? And if you're trying to get someone to fall in love with you, or if you're trying to hook someone, you know, you're gonna have to do this for a good couple weeks, or until they fall in love with you or you hook them, because you wouldn't want them to see what's really underneath. You know, we're gonna have to continue on with this because, you know, they're not. And then, I mean, once they fall in love with you and everything goes well, I mean, then you can go swimming and you can wash your face at night, but you're gonna have to sleep with this on for a while, because you do not want them to not love you or not fall in love with you because they see underneath. I mean, that's me. How do you think I got my fiance to fall in love with me? It took a long time, but I did it. It took a lot of makeup too. That's why I'm broke. So just apply a thin layer of glue. The thinnest layer that you can apply. And if you have to dip it like 10 times to get it on there because your glue's drying out, that's totally normal. What we're gonna do is we're gonna blow it, make sure that the shorter end comes in the wait, the shorter end goes on, yeah, in the inside. I think that's good enough. We're gonna just pop that on there like that. And just shove it on there. And I mean, if it doesn't look like totally there, she's sticking. She's not wanting to stay. You've got to stay. Yeah. I'm doing my makeup now for Christmas. You see that? Get that side to stick. Yeah, like that, girl. Right there it is. See that? Alright, and next, what we're gonna do, after we get all that done, we gotta do the other eye, okay? So we're gonna hurry up and we're gonna get this one on like this. We're just gonna go like this, just a very thin layer. If you drop some, pick it up and put it on there. It's totally safe. If you get big clumps like that, totally safe. FDA approved. So what we're gonna do is blow. If you get a little on the eyelash, don't worry about it. So we're just gonna pop this one on like that. And if it sticks to your finger, it's just because it's being stubborn. It's totally normal. Okay, so we're just gonna press that down like that. Yep, get that guy on there. All right, so once you got your eyelashes on, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to go for our wings. Now, a lot of people like to do wings, but I myself am gonna show you my technique, which is called a snake. So if you want to see it, continue watching. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our liner, and you know, I'm gonna use my one liner that I've been using, this guy. So we're just gonna go like this. You just need to take this and go. See that? We're gonna get our snake started, and we're gonna come out, and then you want to just see that snake. Okay, and then we're gonna come to the other side, and we're gonna match that, go up, and then snake. See that? Now we have our snakes. Now I like to wrap my snake around my eye because it looks more natural. So we're just gonna, since we got our lashes on, we're just gonna kind of bring it right here. See that? That snake, and just kind of bring it around and connect it. And then you have a whole snake around your eye. And connect it down here. And then the same thing on this side. Like that, and connect it around. Now you have your snakes. I hope you learned something from this video, and if you use any of my tips, if you found anything helpful that I did, please leave comments down below. And then we're gonna go in with our lipstick. And if you take the lipstick and you go above the Cupid spell, like that, look at this, ladies. Easy trick, and it's totally affordable. Look at that. You got natural big lips. And if you're like me, you need them. Especially if you're trying to hook someone, like I said. Took me a while, but my fiance finally decided that the lips were doing it. Then once I took them off, it was like, he can't go anywhere. So I mean, he's kind of stuck with it now, but he says that I look beautiful either way. I don't believe him. I think I look more beautiful this way. But anyways, that's me. That's not you. So anyways, ladies, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you learned anything or use any of my techniques, let me know. And let's get this video to 50K likes, because I am excited. Never had a video with any likes, and I'm totally ready for this. So help me get my video around, and I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay safe out there, and until next time, bye. Bye.